I'm gonna call the special meeting of the Delaware County Regional Wastewater Public Hearing to order. You got the roll, Davey?
Yeah. Pete?
Yes.
Josh?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Ron?
Yes.
And Ray?
Yes.
I'd just like to formally thank Davey for remembering my name since I can't remember his.
There you go.
How rude.
It was bad last time. I'm so sorry.
I guess at this time, we will open up the, public hearing to any comments. Seeing none and no one in the room, I would, entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
I have a first and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. We will now start the special meeting of the Delaware County Regional Wastewater District. Davey, will you call the roll, please?
Yeah. Pete?
Yes.
Josh?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Ron?
Yes.
And Ray?
Yes.
All right, new business, the sale of the property located at 6100 North State Road 67, Muncie. Danielle?
Okay, the first thing that I have is well, I guess let's start with. I didn't print all of the offers on the property that went back and forth. We had an initial offer,
405. Then we had a, second offer from a different, potential buyer at 435. Then we had the first person that made the offer at 405 came back, made a counter once they knew that someone else was interested at the 501. The 501, was, that they're still doing a survey. They want a survey done if lender requires it, and it looks like they are. And we would pay up to $2,500 after time of closing for that survey within a credit at closing. So they're gonna cover it initially if it requires it, and we'll give them a credit at closing for that. It's gonna be, our other part of the offer was, counter was that we closed the Indiana title. We're gonna have some, savings there since we just did the closing recently when we purchased it. And, they're gonna waive, inspection, and they are gonna get an appraisal, so.
now the only thing we have to be prepared to potentially discuss further is their appraisal. So we'll have to look, we obviously had our 2 appraisals done, which are not dated, but, maybe a little dated at this point. They definitely would go up at this point, I think. So if for some reason there's an issue with their appraisal being much less than where their offer is, and they can't make up that difference on their own, we may have to come back and talk about that. Hopefully that's a moot point,
Yeah, hopefully
especially in this environment. I think we'll be fine, but it's just something to throw out there that the realtor mentioned too.
They were very motivated on the purchase, and
Right.
builders on both sides made that aware to us. And, I actually just got another update from Brian, I was on the way, before we came in today, and just asked him to come for an update where we were, 'cause we were having a special meeting today. And, he said everything's still going, well, still working with their bank, and he keeps up to date that everybody on both sides is still moving forward.
Is there an expected closing date?
Yes, it has, the current contract is November, 1st.
Okay.
That wasn't
At the
right?
latest,
At the latest,
yeah.
and,
No later than November 1.
yeah, but they are very, they said. if
Yeah,
we can
November
get the-
1st.
Everything's secure, they wanna go as early as we can.
But we don't have an actual date yet.
Okay.
They just gave us that extra, the month of
Just-
October, because they knew we had to get,
just for just so you know and the board knows, I've already told Jason, I won't be here on the 1st for the November meeting. I have, IARC conference.
Who's second?
Raise the
in
hand.
line, Ray.
Raise
Right.
VP?
So you guys will have that. I just giving you heads up now. Okay, in case we go down that road, I've got to be in that conference.
These are the easy ones, Ray. You'll sign your life away if it means getting $500,000.
You know, I
No
will
problem.
say, when we bought the Farm Bureau building, that was the easiest closing I've ever attended in my entire life. I don't know why. We were there for no time at all. We talked more than we.
I would say we were in the lobby more than we were in the room and then walked out.
Okay, but along with that, I have one resolution that we will need to sign off on, to be able to sell this property and give Bill the ability to sign the documents beyond today, like we did when we bought the property.
I want to take a quick step back.
Mhm.
Do I need to make the motion to approve the resolution?
you know.
before I-
The
Or-
sale of it,
Yeah,
that'd be good.
okay, so let's make the motion. I'll make the motion to approve the resolution for the sale.
You got the resolution number?
Yeah, it is 2023-01. It's our first resolution today. Look at us go.
I second.
Got a first and a second. Any discussion?
Yes, so
Go.
worst case scenario, the appraisal does come back and we have to go back into some kind of
Negotiations.
renegotiation. Do we need to come back as a public body and have another meeting to approve the new sale price? Do we give latitude to the president with email communication that we can get it done? And I'm just asking for ease of making things
Yeah,
go
I
faster.
think if we make the motion giving the latitude, as long as maybe it's not below a certain number, as long as it's more than the second offer, the 435.
That's what we
Then,
appraised at when we had it appraised.
actually, it was
Reasonable.
the average of the two appraisals was 357
Oh, my.
Yeah.
when we bought it. We bought it for
Definitely it's gone
357.
up.
Yes,
I-
we're doing well.
I
Party.
fully agree with Danielle's analysis, and Joe's here, she's done, the property's going off the chart right now. I mean, the 501, I don't think is out of the deal, and I don't think who this is bidding on it will have a problem
Yeah,
making
I-
up the difference that they come under.
I'm just trying to,
I understand. No, I appreciate what you're doing.
one less
Yeah.
step so
And-
that
and
we're
if you-
not
if you
trying
wanna
to do
do-
public
I like
body.
what she said at the 435, and then we can communicate through some emails, and, we'll keep, I'm not gonna do nothing.
Right.
We do it all out in the open.
Yeah. So I would like to amend my motion to approve the resolution so that it now reads that it's, that if there needs to be renegotiation, as long as it is no longer under the second, it does not approach, it does not get under, word it however you want. Danielle, I guess is what I'm trying to get to.
As long as he has authority up to the 435, which was the second bid that came in.
Correct. And that we will be kept in the loop via email communication that that's going on.
Okay, so you're amending your motion.
I am.
I have an amended motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a first and a second. Any more discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye. Oppose? Motion approved. Anything else?
I only have one more, I think I kind of sent it out to the board earlier this week. Jennifer came back, with the recent Fulton bond closing. We need to, the board needs to decide if we're comfortable going ahead and, funding that, the debt reserve up front instead of over a 5-year period. Her recommendation, and, kind of talk through it with Bill as well, was to go ahead and, since we have the cash on hand and the improvement fund, just go ahead and fund that right now, so.
That total amount was,
We're currently at 374,152 in our debt reserve, that's funded for the rest of the, existing debt. It would take an additional 184,324, that would need to be transferred into that account.
And
so we're 184 plus the 160.
Yeah, totaling 558,476.
That's the one number I wanted.
and where are we taking the cash from?
We pull from the improvement fund.
Improvement.
Fund.
We wouldn't have $420,000 in the improvement fund?
Actually, you have to look
That
at
would
the
be the
notes.
operating.
That's the
Oh,
cash
shoot.
operating
Yeah.
balance.
I mean, you're the treasurer. I knew you were gonna step in this, and he was going, I was like, let him go, let him go. I know where he's going.
Yeah, see, it's
Okay.
30.
Hey, one question.
Concerned that I wouldn't have the opportunity to say
I
$420,000.
I just had a question. Are we good with this, adding this in on the special meeting, Daniel? I apologize, because my understanding is it had to be posted, but I want to make sure if we can do this now.
It came to me this week, and she's just saying that we have to kind of decide prior to the closing on the 5th,
I mean, does it have to be decided today? Better if it's decided today?
We have the
can do
meeting the fourth, that if we can, if you guys can kind of give
We
me some
can,
direction.
we
and
can
take it.
ratify the
Yes.
decision if you guys want to.
Can I just give the
You don't
verbal?
have to make a vote today, but if you want to give your discussion, and then we can ratify the decision at the next meeting, because I think I did specifically say.
I know, that's why I backed up and wanted to make sure I don't want to do this out of deal. So, I mean, yeah, we can, if you think we can just go with the discussion, if every,
As long as you're not making a decision on it.
Yeah,
I think putting the two together, I mean, my opinion is that we would fund it going forward instead of borrowing the money. We have the money, we might as well use it.
I mean, we're sitting with over 2 million, or we're sitting with over 2 million in the
Yes.
funds
Yeah, and
at the
Yes.
last meeting, so.
Yes,
Not borrowed, it's still,
It's still
just
there.
give us the option if we want to fund it out over 5 years, that, her opinion and Mike, I agree that just with the way we're sitting in there, it's either gonna gain interest in the improvement fund, or it's gonna be gaining interest in the debt service reserve, so we might as well completely fund it out, and it's gonna save us having to contact Jennifer yearly over the next 5 years to handle the transfers with the
Right.
Bank of New York, and
And we're
it's cleaner this way, in my opinion, if we can ratify that decision in the next meeting.
can you, we talked in that last meeting about taking some of that, putting, over in a CD or something else where we get better interest. We're gonna talk to Jennifer. Can you go with that number? I mean, I think the board's in favor of funding the whole thing, that once that's taken out of there, what we might need to move and keep as a balance so that we have that in the next meeting. Let's get this one done and over with.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where we're at when we spoke with Jennifer, was get to closing here, see where we're at, get everything funded, and then that's gonna give me a lot more direction and a better idea where we're sitting at. Improvement fund, getting everything secured for the, budget and everything, so it's a process. Once the fifth hits, we'll have a leg to start working then.
Good deal. Anybody else have any other discussion?
Great idea.
Seeing none, I would entertain does anybody have any other we can't in this, discussion only. All right, sorry, gotcha. I'm sitting there going myself. All right, anybody, have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
First and second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye.